how Staffordshire should sound. Six Towns Radio.
Six Towns Radio just played you two in a row from Billy the Kid. We played the fabulous single Phone Bills and The Quarry, which is double A side, and she's on the line right now. Hello, Billy. How are you doing?
Hey, good. How are you?
We are absolutely fantastic. You got myself, Terry, and Lucas in the studio. Say hello, Lucas.
Hello.
Hi.
We just couldn't wait for this conversation. We tried to get you on last time you were in the UK. I know you love it over here, but you've actually got an album and a single to promote now, so we thought this is a better time to get you on.
Hey, I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, let's talk about the fourth album. It's called Horseshoes and Hand Grenades. It's out in September. Are you looking forward to that release?
Oh, totally. This is my first time that I have some help. I've been independent my whole life, and Extra Miles helping me put this one out over here and in the world, so I'm really excited.
Yeah, and it includes Frank Turner's production on the album.
Yeah, and he played bass, too. His drummer, Nigel, from the Sleeping Souls, his band, played drums, so we put our own little kind of three-piece together.
And what's he like to work with? I know he's a lovely guy, but what's he like to work with in the studio?
I have to not sound as surprised as I was that he is actually a great producer. I obviously know his music, and people think of him as an artist and songwriter, but he can play so many different instruments so well. So it was a pleasant surprise. We got to do a little collaboration where he's singing on one of the songs, and it was just a fun, easy kind of 10 days, and it was done.
Yeah, well, you're saying he can play a variety of instruments, so can you. There's not a lot you can't really play.
Well, it was so fun to just be able to, high five and be like, hey, do you want to drive today, or do I want to drive? Meaning, who wants to press the buttons and who wants to actually play some stuff? Yeah.
Oh, I can imagine it was just so much fun. How long did it take to record?
We did the whole thing in 10 days, but most of it was done in the first half. We did all the drums, bass, and electric guitar pretty much live at the same time, so the rest of it was just kind of hanging out and making up fun parts.
Yeah, well, it's your fourth album. You're getting quite a few years now, and you've got in with the Extra Mile family, and they are a family. You mentioned Frank Turner, but all the guys work together and help each other out, go touring together. It's quite a nice bunch. Yeah,
it really is, and it does feel like a family. You said it.
Yeah, definitely. We've had so many of the family or the bunch on that I think you're the only person we haven't spoke to. So we just played the single Phone Bills. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, being somebody that travels and moves around a little bit, you can imagine what my phone bill might look like, especially when you leave the people at home and you're trying to stay in touch, and that doesn't always work out with time zones and schedules and stuff, so it's kind of about that.
Yeah, I can imagine, because with having a mobile phone, you come into different countries, and then obviously the costs are just immense.
It really is. You're dependent on the fabulous beast known as the internet, which doesn't always want to play fair.
No. So you're in the UK. You play the Birdcage tonight. You've told me that before you come on air. You're looking forward to that gig?
Yeah. The last time I was here on tour was with Chuck Reagan, and we played here. Was the last show of the tour, and it was a really special night for all of us. I actually ended up playing drums on one of Chuck's songs. And the whole crew was up on stage at the same time, so it's cool to me that this is going to be the first show of this kind of tour to kick it off, I think, where it left off.
Yeah, and of course you're over to do some promotion for the album in September as well, doing some more gigs, aren't you?
Yeah, I've got 4 more shows here, and then I fly back to the U.S. to tour with Billy Bragg, who's another English bloke.
Yeah, another guy I've had on the show, and I was quite taken aback because I've always been a bit of a fan of Billy Bragg, and then have him on the show, and I thought it was going to be difficult to talk to, but no, he's so down to earth and easy to get on with. Really nice
that's what I've heard, and I'm so grateful because I'm a bit of a fangirl myself. In fact, I used to cover several of his songs back when I was 15, 16 years old, just started playing music. So when I heard about this tour, I had a lot of emails from family and friends just saying, hey, congratulations, we remember you covering his songs, and we know you're a huge fan. But then I got to hear from people that had met him that apparently he's kind of a rather sweet, charismatic guy who's okay if you're a little bit of a fan. Yeah. He's good with dealing with that. So
I think most people are. That's the thing. If you're not a fan of Billy Bragg, you haven't listened to a lot of music, really.
Thank you. I couldn't agree more.
So, playing in the UK, how much does that change from playing anywhere else? Because you do play over here quite a lot. Do you love it playing over here?
Oh, totally. It's so different. An American friend once said to me, I'm so glad that they started out in the U.S. because it's so spread out. There's so many people. There's so many U.S. bands. And then you go to Canada, it's a little bit nicer. People are maybe a little bit nicer, not to speak ill of our American pals, but once you finally get across the pond, you just go, wow, this is how it can be. It's really great. They really treat musicians very, very kindly, and the fans are great.
Yeah, awesome. Well, we've got Lucas in the studio. Lucas, he started out as a work experience lad. Do you know what work experience is?
I sure do, yeah.
Where you go into maybe a place of business for a week or two and just basically sometimes you make the tea or whatever. But we have people coming to Six Towns and we get them straight on air and getting them doing stuff in the studio. And Lucas is one of those guys. Well, he finished school and he's come back as a volunteer to help us out here. And we always let him ask all our guests a question. Would you take a question off, Lucas?
Cool, that's awesome. Yeah, I'd love to.
Thank you very much. Hi, Billy, how are you?
I'm good. Hey, welcome back.
Thank you very much. My question for you is, I've seen that you have quite a few tattoos. I was wondering what your favourite one is.
Well, randomly, right before a gig, about a half an hour before I had a show, I walked into a tattoo parlor and I said, I got to get a tattoo today, right here. And the guy said, well, what do you want to get? And I said, well, I need to get the words today equals the best day ever. And he goes, well, what happened today? And I said, well, I woke up. So that's my favorite one right now. It just says today equals best day ever.
I love it.
Me too. I'm covered in tattoos, and it's great when you get an idea. I'm not one of these people who could just go and pick a picture. You've got to have that idea in your head for a while, I think, or maybe it's something you say or something that's special to you. These people who just go and pick one off the board, I don't think they put a lot of thought into it.
I'm kind of a spontaneous girl. I'm not going to say I'll pick one off a board, but I've definitely been known to get a random tour tattoo. For example, I have a little slug that just says tour ! Under it.
Well, that's spontaneous. That's okay. I'm down with that.
Okay.
So,
okay, good. Okay.
Did you do work experience before?
I did. You know what? One of my work experience situations was actually a record company from Vancouver called Sudden Death Records, which is Joey from DOA, which is a punk rock band from Vancouver. I think they used to play here quite a bit as well.
Yeah.
So I was like 15 years old and doing all their mail orders and getting their tour database together. And I think that's what inspired me to try and kind of really do the music thing.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, it's been great having you on the phone today, and good luck with the touring, good luck with the album. We were playing loads of songs here on Six Towns Radio.
Thanks, guys. Thanks so much for playing the stuff. I really appreciate it.
It's been lovely having you on the phone. Thank you very much, Billy.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.